Hi everyone, it's the Cowboy back again with another video. This time, this is going to be my reaction to the NFL draft. I'm excited, man. I'm excited what the Cowboys gonna do, who they gonna pick, if I can get any of my predictions right. If so, I'm just excited. If you see, got that professional mic now, so hopefully my voice will be a little bit better, I guess, to say the least. But hey, here we go. I'll be right back when the Cowboys pick again. Jacksonville Jaguars just drafted C.J. Henderson, so man, come on. I really wanted to see how he would play with the Cowboys, but I mean, terrific player. You know, the Jaguars just solidified themselves at that cornerback position. I know that they needed it as much as we did too. Come on with the 17th pick.
With the 17th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select C.D. Lamb, wide receiver, Oklahoma.
What the hell? C.D. Lamb! What? Oh! I'm not complaining. But I really didn't think they're gonna pull the trigger. Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh! C.D. Lamb, wide receiver, Oklahoma Sooners. Hell yeah! How about them Cowboys? I just saw who the Eagles just picked. Man, I'm not gonna lie. The things I see in the videos, I really don't think it would come true. But I said it. If the Eagles draft J.D. Rager, I was not going to hate him. I already told you I was not going to hate him, but he's with the Eagles now. Out of all the teams, he's with the Eagles. You don't understand. If you go, if you go watch my last video, I'll probably have a better explanation. Oh, I thought they was gonna get Justin Jefferson for LSU, so I guess I was wrong. I mean, if it's one thing, mock drafts are just predictions. I don't know if you're gonna get him because I heard the Eagles, the Colts might get him, and I hope the Eagles don't get him because I really don't want to hate this guy. But anyone who's get drafted to the Eagles, I mean, I'll go dislike you right away. But I said J.D. Rager because he's really good. Actually, I think that might take Trayvon Diggs in. Is it him or the guy from LSU? Alright, here we go.
With the 51st pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Trayvon
Ooh!
Alabama.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir, you heard it first. Trayvon Diggs. To Cowboy Nation. Got kicked out from the living room. Okay, I guess I had to deal with it being in my room. Hopefully the line isn't as bad. I mean, could be better, but this is the type of situation you had to work through. Yes?
You wanna watch it over there? I'm gonna go watch.
Man! What we got?
With the 82nd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Neville Gallimore, defensive tackle.
Oh! Another Oklahoma. Neville Gallimore. Haven't heard about this fella, but man, defensive tackle. You need defensive tackle. I mean, you got right now Jerry McCoy and Partey Poe, but defensive tackle is what the Cowboys need too. And now it's time for my review. So, CeeDee Lamb, man, who would have ever guessed? Not me. This guy is tremendous, and when he fell at 17, no one really knew if the Cowboys was going to pull the trigger. But let's be honest, this is not Jason Garrett who's calling the shots now. This is Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy has been a terrific coach already, a major improvement to what Garrett was, type of philosophy he was trying to get players to where they fit the scheme. But McCarthy, he just wants the best players who can work hard and make the roster and can make an impact on it. So CeeDee Lamb, man, let's start off by saying that this guy has speed. He has some terrific route running to where he can line up basically anywhere on the outside, the inside, the slot. You can have him for a wide receiver, reverser. I mean, you can put him in anywhere you want him, and he would be a complement for Dak. He can make contested catches. He has no problem going up for the jump balls. He's definitely fit for this offense. He's gonna see a lot of touches. I mean, I really, if you go draft a player like CD in the first round, he's gonna get his touches. And I think everybody will benefit to, from Dak having another weapon, to Zeke possibly getting more touches. And of course, it benefits also the wide receiver corps, which, technically the Cowboys have 3 number 1 wide receivers, because we already know Michael Gallup has that ability to be that number 1 guy as well. If one of each goes out with injury, we know that we could put CD in wide receiver 1, and he definitely gonna take advantage. But he's mostly gonna be in the slot. I was excited because this is the first wide receiver we took in the first round since Des Bryant. So it's been 10 years. So I think it's only right to get another playmaker in this offense. So moving on to the second round, the Cowboys made a big splash by attaining Trayvon Diggs at 51. This was a guy that was targeting in the first round if, most of the players on their board was taken off. But the Cowboys managed to not do any trades and just wait until Trayvon Diggs fell right on their lap. And this guy, Trayvon, he likes to take the ball away. He does not like pass defensions. He likes to take the ball away. He will ball track that ball once he's in the air. This guy is gonna be a threat, and he's definitely gonna fit into this Cowboys roster as number 1. And depends how training camp is going to be, because we got 10 cornerbacks. So that's probably going to be the most competitive position that goes. But Trayvon Diggs is definitely a solid number 1 guy. And, hey, we're going to see some great battles between Coop, Gallup, CD with this guy. And, he's only going to improve. A great pickup by Jerry Jones and the scouting to attain Trayvon Diggs. So excellent pick at that position and at that round. Going into the third round, the Cowboys already addressed their cornerback position. Now it was mostly the defensive line and of course safety. But this pick was a kind of surprise, and I kind of felt like I didn't do my research, and definitely I was surprised at who we picked up. But once I saw film, once I saw why the Cowboys targeting him, I started to like this pick even more. So with the 82 pick, they got defensive tackle Nellyville Gallimore from the Oklahoma Sooners. So this guy, he has he has a lot of power in him. You know, I saw a couple of tapes, and this guy, he as soon as the whistle blows, he's on his guy. He has tremendous feet as a defensive tackle. Gallimore has potential to be a two-gap defensive tackle. The Cowboys want to use him more. It will go be in the rotation with Jerry McCoy and Dante Poe. You know, he has great size. As I say, he has some pretty good wheels, you know, on him. You know, he flies. He flies to the ball carrier, and you know, hey, this was another great pick because he was a second rounder, but we got him in the third round, and you know, the Cowboys at this point that was doing good in the draft. You know, I didn't recognize it at first, but I'm like, man, that was actually I mean, you know, we had to trust the coaches and the scouting because they know more than what we don't. So what they saw with Gallimore is what they need at defensive tackle. Surely, you know, we want to pressure the quarterback. We want to obtain the run, and you know, they saw this guy who is potentially ready to start, but it's probably going to be in the rotation. So, you know, kudos to the Cowboys. Jerry Jones in his big yard. Probably he has to do it more there because, you know, in the first 3 rounds, they got basically top 100 picks. And without any trades and just them getting lucky in the draft. So going into the 4th round, the Cowboys have a targeted pick that they really wanted, and that was Reggie Robinson II from Tulsa. He's another cornerback to add. This is the same process which they went through a couple years ago with Cheeto and Jordan Lewis. Surely this was a great pickup because he's really good in coverage, and he has the length and speed to get to his opponents. He was also a good contributor in special teams. I saw this as a potential that the Cowboys are probably going to move on from one of their corners from the 2017 draft. Most likely Cheeto, maybe, because Jordan Lewis, one of the things I tell people, he's really underrated and has been really underused the last few seasons, and he has really improved his game. And you know, he's a baller. Let's be honest, he's a baller. And Cheeto, not gonna lie, he get targeted a lot, and he showed some good potential. He showed some good flashes. You know, he has his place, but most of the times they target him a lot. And but Reggie Robinson comes in a good position to potentially be a starter in this new era of the Cowboys defense. He's probably going to start off as a special teamer, but you know, he going to quickly work himself up. And you know, the Cowboys are really high on this guy, especially Coach McCarthy, who we all know he knows how to evaluate players, and he sees a lot of potential in Reggie Robinson. So keep a lookout on him throughout the season and see what the Cowboys will do with him. 4th round, the Cowboys made a trade with the Philadelphia Eagles. This was a surprise to me as they jumped back into the 4th. They only gave up the 5th round at that time, the first 5th round, and then they gave up a 2021 5th round for next year to get into the to get that pick. So the Cowboys, since we already know that Travis Frederick had to retire at an early age of 29 due to the disease that, you know, held him out in 2018. You know, he played well in 2019, even on a Pro Bowl appearance. But he felt he couldn't really work. He felt he wasn't 100% no more. He felt that he can't contribute as much as he was before the disease. So that's why he retired. But the Cowboys, they jumped the gun right away and tried to address the problem as they drafted Tyler Bandesa, a center from Wisconsin, so the same university Travis came from. Now they get probably his predecessor. This guy was a solid 3-year starter at Wisconsin. He had some great hands, swift hips to move around in the trenches, and he's been a great centerpiece for that offense. So what I've seen him is not a wide away starter. There's going to be competition now at the center position, but as of right now, it's looking like Joe Looney is going to be the potential starter, or maybe Connor McGlover, the second-round pick from he was a third-round pick from last year. So let's see. I mean, but this was another great pick by the Cowboys. Surely they did the research, and what's the chances that we have our next Travis Frederick at the 4th round. The 5th round, there's a couple of things the Cowboys still need to address, and that was the edge position. Now at this point in the draft, you got your mid to late round picks, which in the NFL, they mostly turn out more successful than your first top 3 picks, your first top 3. But man, when the Cowboys selected him, I was damn near happy because I actually predicted a pick right in my mock draft. But it was in the 5th round instead of the 4th round. So the Cowboys selected edge rusher Bradley Anae from Utah. I mentioned in my last video that Bradley Anae, he was a very explosive guy who would quickly get on his guy. He's a quick edge rusher to get over the tackle. I explained that he extends his arm, and with the chop he gets around to the opponent real quick. This Bradley Anae has a potential as a starter. In my case, he was definitely a sleeper in this draft as far as edge rushers goes, and he's definitely going to be a great contributor to as a backup to DeMarcus Lawrence, or maybe Tyler Crawford if the Cowboys keep him, because we know that his production has gone down the last couple of seasons. So he's going to be a good backup, potential starter in the NFL, and another hot boys to go around. And the Cowboys once again strike another steal in this draft, getting him in the 5th round when he was projected as a 4th, same as Tyler, who was projected to go way earlier, probably like top, probably like the early picks in the 3rd round, and we got him towards the end of the 4th round. So with the 7th round pick, the Cowboys decided to go for a quarterback that they can develop under Coach McCarthy and maybe be a backup for Dak in the near future. And they selected Ben DiNucci from James Madison. Don't know much about him. Surely Coach McCarthy had his eye on him and he knew him. I think I read the story that they met while while Ben DiNucci and his team was here in Frisco going to play the FCS championship, and they so happened to meet each other in the elevator, and James Madison told James Madison Ben DiNucci told McCarthy that his brother was his 8th grade coach, and and so they already kind of knew each other, so they already have communication before the draft. So I think McCarthy has a plan for him, and surely, that why they drafted him in the 7th round, so no other team can pick him up. So that's the end of the draft. My review is coming up right now. So my final verdict in this draft: the Cowboys get an A+ on my behalf. You draft a #1 receiver in CeeDee Lamb. You get a guy who's potentially your Randy Moss from 1998. You can, surely Jerry Jones didn't want to pass on him just like he did with Randy Moss. So he has great potential in the league, and surely he's going to show it when he put that star on for the first game of the season. So I'm excited for that pick. And then they address in the 2nd round their cornerback position to replace Byron Jones, Trayvon Diggs. That another great selection. And then in the 3rd round, they ran out to get an interior defensive lineman in Gallimore. So he's gonna be another great development player to coach up, and potentially another starter, another steal. Then use the 4th round pick to get another stud cornerback in Reggie Robinson, who also gets high praise from the coaching and scouting. So he's definitely gonna be another guy to keep the eye on. And then you trade back in the 4th to get probably the predecessor for Travis Frederick and Tyler. So you go on to the 7th round and get a potential quarterback that maybe you can develop into a starting quarterback. Don't know, usually the late round picks, they usually go into development and to see if the player has what it got. But every single player that the Cowboys drafted has the skill set, has the potential, has the mindset to clearly be in this team. I mean, when you really start, it's no joke, because the Cowboys, they finally back in traditional football. We have been the laughing stock for the last 10 years with Jason Garrett. Now no more. Mike McCarthy is going to bring us back. I mean, separating from Jason Garrett, he was a good guy, but he was just an average Joe. He was nothing special. With Coach McCarthy coming from delivering probably the most, my top 3 quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's a Super Bowl champion. He has multiple winning seasons, multiple playoff appearances and wins. So look, you can't go nothing wrong with how we drafted. We drafted with our mindset of drafting the best player and keeping true with our board. So the Cowboys did a terrific draft. As I said, they get A+ in my behalf. And hey, this is the new start of a new era for the Dallas Cowboys. And I can't wait to share more about my opinions, news later on. I have a couple of videos planned. I'd like to thank everyone for sticking around in this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Comment below what you think of the draft in general and who was your surprise pick. And that being said, this is Cadet Cowboy, and thank you for tuning in. See you in the next video.